Alright guys, lobby has been set up, everyone's back, and we're going to be getting into it. Just waiting for Cowboy to announce his presence and we'll get into the picks and bans. Alright, we are into Champions League as well. Everyone is showing his lightning bolts for me though. Hopefully we'll be getting into it. And not every single player is disconnected. I'm assuming there's a small error with my Champions League screen. Alright, and we have had the first ban. Thresh has been banned out. My co-caster is back. Are you here, my friend Carly?
Hello.
Yo, what's up?
Good, good. Nothing much. Just excited to see this game. What the new bans are. If the Carthus is gonna come out.
Yeah, so I've actually had Ari banned out already. So that's a respect ban for RKL. A very fair ban as well. Ari was played effectively last game, definitely helped snowball their lead, and it's pretty intimidating to play against in lane. So I'm not surprised we're seeing that ban at all.
So we do see VGN actually changing up the bans and pick bans to accordingly suit what's going on. So another one of Jibro's jungler is being taken out. The Jarvan.
And they've actually banned out Zac as well. So Jibbers is a player that can play Zac, so maybe that's taking it away from VGR. I'm not sure if the VGR members can take it though. They have got Crunch instead of the substitute player that they had last game. He played very effectively though, so good game. Well played to him if he's watching.
So Crunch, I think, plays a lot of Zac.
Alright, so that could be why we're seeing that Zac ban.
And the Zed ban comes out as well.
So respect ban for Bun Bun. He was definitely good on that Zed. So I wouldn't be surprised if we saw, okay, the Lee Sin ban has come out. So that's all's fair in love and war. The Lee Sin was just minorly terrifying, so...
So there are a lot of champions open at this point. There's still, like, Blitzcrank's open, Draven's open for Nick and Poop, and Draven's also open for Apexa, sorry. Just have different target bans.
Yep, that's the best thing about best of threes. You can adapt to what your opponents have just played. So they found what they can't deal with, the Ari and the Lee Sin, and they've just banned it out. That's pretty much the best way to approach the pick and ban phase. You just ban things that you can't deal with. League of Legends has something like 110 heroes now, or 110 champions if you want to get specific, but you definitely can't ban out all the OP or Flavor of the Month champions. So you target ban the things that you or your team just can't deal with. And I feel like that's what they've done. Ari, Zac, and Lee Sin are very good bans for the team comp we just saw.
We have a Shin first pick. It'll be interesting to see if we get a TF or a Nocturne to complete the global trio. I think that VGN might actually pick up the TF just to deny the TF from RKL, but I'm not sure if he's ever played TF before.
Alright, so Shin is definitely not running the jungle anymore, is he? So that it's going to be a top Shin, do you think?
Yep, definitely. Shin jungle is very slow, and he will really get outpaced by this Nocturne.
Alright, and the Nocturne and the Draven, as you predicted, are probably going to be locked in. So do you feel like the Nocturne was effective last game, or is it just being denied that early buff and being pretty much out-ganked by this Jarvan that was the deciding factor in how weak he was early game?
I think that his early buff being taken away denies him a lot of pressure. So he can't really pressure lanes without a blue buff. He can't really spam his Duskbringer in the jungle to clear creeps fast as well. So being denied that early buff really shuts down the jungler. I think it might be effective this game just because of that Shin.
Yeah, that's sound reasoning. So it'll be interesting to see if they do play the level 1 the same way. They know that that buff was stolen. You can't do it with very many champions. Lee Sin, pretty good at doing it. And we might be seeing a Quinn locked in here. Quinn can be run mid, top, or as AD carry. We're probably going to see it being locked in as an AD carry, though. Never mind, we're actually seeing a Renekton locked in. So that says to me that we might be seeing a Shen jungle, because you don't really run a mid Renekton, do you?
No, this could be double bruiser, however that's very unlikely. So it might just be actually Shen jungle. And Shen jungle is just slow. That's
what I thought. I double checked with you when Shen was hovered over, because I felt like Shen is a jungler that has good ganks and his level 6 global presence is always nice, but he's even slower than Jarvan, and Jarvan is a slow jungler, so Nocturne is going to be able to cruise through his camps, going to be able to counter jungle pretty effectively, and I feel like that's a stronger pick.
Oh, I mean, hovered over the TF. It'll be interesting to see if they do want to pick up TF now, because TF with the recent nerfs can get countered really hard. The only reason why he wasn't getting dumped on like every lane was because he could hold a yellow card and just clear the wave with
Wildcards.
wild cards. So now he can only hold it for 4 seconds before he has to throw it.
Alright, and we had Vlad and Janna locked in. So I like Janna. Gives the global aura, tailwind, which is always nice. And Vlad has been locked in as well. Vlad can get really big. He can be played mid or top, but he's traditionally played top. And he's fairly good against Renekton. And he was picked into Renekton as well, so...
Bessie likes to play Vlad. He's a good Vlad player. So basically we have VGN on comfort picks right now. We'll see what Bun Bun has to go, because his comfort pick Z is, taken out. It's banned out.
And we are seeing the very traditional Morgana. I feel like that could be locked in quite easily.
If this Morgana is locked in, banning that Z was super smart, and this was preemptive. This was like planned out.
Alright, what's your reasoning behind that?
Morgana's shield doesn't work versus Z.
That's true, yep. So that was pretty much the entire reason behind it? Yeah, okay.
And Zed can dodge the binding and the ultimate with his ultimate or shadow. There's a lot of things Zed can do to outplay the Morgana. And because Morgana just shoves, Zed shoves back and gets equally big.
Yeah, I see.
So it'll be interesting because they do have a Vladimir already, likely going top. So this means that VGN can afford to pick an AD mid against that Morgana.
Yeah, they're going through a couple of picks at the moment. Karthus, Gragas, I'd like to see either of those. How does Gragas fare against Morgana? I feel like he has the burst to go straight through that shield if he needs to.
I feel like if you manage to dodge the binding at like level 1 to 5 and all in Morgana, that's just game right there. Like you can stumble the lane from there.
Last second swap to Orianna. The Ori Nocturne combo, that's going to be strong. So we are seeing a double AP comp come out from VGN. Double AP has had a little bit of a resurgence in the last 2 patches. They're very good in 1v2s and they're great at team fighting, so I'm liking those picks.
I'm surprised there was no TF pick. TF against Morgana isn't too bad because you can just shove back, and TF has a lot more global presence than Morgana, and would also be really good against that Shen and against and with the Nocturne.
Yeah, and Fate is good against Twitch as well.
Yeah.
This Twitch has no escape, so you just card down there, pretty much on top of him, and you're gonna get the gank successful. Alright, so 10 seconds and we can talk about summoner spells. Not being thrown any curveballs, however. People are playing very standard.
So it's actually a Shen jungle. And we haven't talked about this too much, apart from the fact that he's really slow.
Yep.
I feel like he's really going to get left behind compared to the Nocturne. Nocturne is just so much faster, and we talk about Nocturne not having the most amazing ganks like Jarvan or Zac, but Shen ganks aren't good either. He has to walk up really close to get a taunt off.
Yeah, and taunt can be so easily flashed over as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Alright, so just checking the runes and masteries that the Shen is running. He's running 15% attack speed, 4.5% move speed, scaling magic resist, and flat armor. For masteries, he's also running 921, picking up a lot of the hero trading masteries as well as the normal defensive against jungle masteries, so armor and health. So very standard. I feel like that's gonna speed up his clear time a little bit, having attack speed as well as the 9 points in offense, but nowhere near the speed of a Nocturne in my opinion.
Yeah, that's just really standard jungling runes. That attack speed, the move speed. You really want to get around to your camps faster and gank faster.
Conversely, the Nocturne's actually running physical damage and armor penetration and 21 and 9. 21-5-4, sorry. So that interesting mastery is coming out from Jibbers on Nocturne.
So someone did the math before on Nocturne on attack damage and armor pen, and it was something about being able to cleave with the Duskbringer. So the extra damage on Duskbringer plus the cleave is overall maybe better than the attack speed. Someone did
Wow, I like it. So Jibbers has obviously found that post and adjusted his runes and masteries accordingly. That's really cool to hear. Alright, so in the bot lane, Nami and Twitch against Draven and Janna. Traditionally, Draven is probably stronger in the first couple of levels, but I feel like Twitch definitely outscales him, and his team fighting potential is that much greater with Spray and Pray. You agree with me there, or?
Definitely. However, Apexis is a very good Draven player. We see 548 ranked games as Draven.
That's true, so he
Apexis.
obviously knows the matchup, and he's going to be able to do something special, is what you're saying.
Yeah. And we see 2 games on Twitch from Nincompoop.
Alright, it's actually, he's probably got a Smurf account with something like 10,000
Yeah.
Twitch games played. All good. Alright, so Nami and Janna. So we saw these champions played last game, played by the other support, of course. Janna is pretty good at mitigating the damage coming out from... If a Nami ever successfully lands the bubble, there's going to be a shield and there's going to be a tornado, and they'll disengage from that. So it's a pretty cool matchup, in my opinion.
Yeah, and in team fights, Draven really needs someone to peel for him. Like, if he gets dived on, there's no way you can catch your axes perfectly. But if you have a Janna peeling for you, then catching your axes is a lot easier. Of course.
Of course. Alright, and we are at the loading screen, guys. So this top lane, Renekton against Vlad. Vladimir was actually picked into Renekton, but I feel like that's more of a skill matchup than anything else.
Yeah, I mean, like, both players have the ability to outplay each other. Like, if Vladimir outplays the Renekton, gets spaces correctly against Renekton's double dash, then Renekton takes a lot of damage. However, he does have his AoE Q heal. I'm not sure what it's called. But he does have
Meek or something like that.
Call of the Meek, yeah. For the sustain. However, Vladimir's sustain is also really strong, and we see Vladimir taking Ghost and Flash, so it's really hard for Shin to gank.
Yep, you are completely correct. So yeah, no hugely strange summoners here. I was wondering if we're going to see a teleport coming out from anyone, but the global presence is all going to be in the Shin and the Nocturne. So that's pretty standard, really.
Yep. I feel like if Shen ulties at like minute 7 or so, if VGN are on top of things, they can take all his buffs, which is another reason why I don't like Shen, because you generally hit 6 at around minute 7, 8, which is roughly when your buffs are spawning for the second time.
And then if something's happening, you have to use your Stand United, and all of a sudden your jungle is completely open. That's a really good call. I've never actually thought about baiting a Shen ult or something like that to try clear his camps. But that's definitely something that VGN could be aware of and something they could capitalize on. So it'd be cool to see if they do that. Alright, so pings are going down very aggressively from both teams. I feel like VGR have the stronger level 1 in forms of Twitch is absolutely incredible at level 1s. Morgana has Dark Binding. Nami has Bubble. Shen can have Taunt. They just have a very high CC team comp. So I wouldn't be surprised to see if they try force another level 1 something.
Yeah, and if we remember in the first game, First Blood went to VGR with a nice flash charm by Ari.
Yeah, very scary. And it looks like they're going to run past a ward as well. Very nice placement of a ward by Perkle. gonna spot all 5 members of VGR going in. So it looks like they might choose to invade
I think they're
instead
just
of
gonna
team
swap
fight.
buffs.
Yeah, it looks like they are gonna just trade raids. So they don't. Both teams have walked past a ward as well. So that's really telling.
Yes, they definitely know, and we'll have to see if, like, I think it'll most likely be vertical jungles instead of horizontal, which I think it actually favors Shen a bit more because it gives him that extra security at his blue instead of having to fight the Nocturne for his buffs.
Yeah, and there's gonna be a better leash given to this Nocturne, considering that his AD carry and his support are gonna be there. Volf actually gets a nice ward into the bush, and they don't react quick enough to kill it as soon as it's dropped. And they're actually backing away from this. This could be catastrophic, actually. If they... Oh, okay, they're gonna pull the red around the back. Wow, the Dustbringer was actually early. So it didn't pull the red buff around.
Really unfortunate.
That was really unfortunate. So they're having a hard time with this red buff. Nami is just being frustrating there and actually forces the smite. So...
Yeah, that is huge. And he didn't get the small lizards either. And the small lizards right now, they changed it last patch, are worth a lot of XP. So Gibbous isn't even 2 yet.
So yeah, with the new jungle, you need to clear the buff and a small creep to hit level 2. So he's going to take a lot of damage on this blue buff.
And pause comes out.
And we have a couple of members of VGN lagging. So hopefully this will be sorted quickly and we'll get back into it. So yeah, that smite being burnt is big. Gibbous is going to have a hard time clearing his own jungle, and he's going to chug all of his HP potions just between his red and his blue, really.
Yeah, I mean, like, this is the second game in a row Gibbous has just been left behind, kind of. Like, it's just been unfortunate situations that have caused him to be a lot further behind than the enemy jungler.
And Shin, with his slow clear speed, is already onto his blue buff, and he has just used smite on it. So he's going to get through that really quickly. So he's going to be a little bit ahead of this Nocturne. So nice play by the Nami, just being there, being frustrating, forcing that flash. Because Nocturne did panic, wonder if something else was going to happen, and might to be safe.
It's definitely quite a tense situation in that at that time because they don't have vision of anyone else. Morgana and Shen were both doing his red, so he didn't know where anyone was. They had no vision, so it was like he just made the call to smite it.
Yeah, and that's fair enough. When you are in those situations, it is hard to know what the right course of actions are when you don't know if everyone's going to be collapsing on you or anything like that. Alright, so Nocturne has got his blue. He's actually clearing it at about the same time as Shen, even though Shen had smite. So that's pretty telling in the difference between play speeds.
Yeah, we see Renekton snowballing the wave up onto Vladimir. So he hits level 2 first, gets quite nice damage in, quite nice trades. However, if Vladimir freezes this at his turret, Renekton's at a very bad lane pull up.
Meanwhile, in the bot lane, we actually saw Twitch get some really nice damage onto this Draven. He hit level 2 first, he went in there, got his Venom Cask off, got his Expunge off. Meanwhile, he also had Tidecaller's Blessing, the buff from Nami, and he nearly killed Apexis. I feel like if he flashed for it, he could have got a barrier or a flash as well. But he just tried to...
Twitch right now is insanely strong.
He is. And he's going to have the level advantage as well. It's going to be level 3 to 1 when Draven arrives.
Yeah, and that's just like really, really bad for VGN. Nami chilling in that bush is just creating so much lane presence right there. If she's threatening a bubble, that's a free kill for Twitch if she ever lands the bubble.
It's something you've got to be really aware of. So Draven's going to be able to last hit under turret pretty well. His axes do give him enough damage to not worry that the turret is going to be able to steal them away from him. However, Twitch does get some nice harass down.
Janna shielded the turret, and if you're not, like, if our viewers aren't familiar, generally if on an unshielded turret, or a turret with no buffs or anything, it takes 2 hits onto a melee minion, then you can last hit it, and 1 hit onto a ranged minion, and you can last hit it. However, the 2 hits on the melee minion actually killed it, I think.
Bad luck. So yeah, Storm Shield does not only protect the turret, but it also gives it the damage bonus. So that's a cool effect of the day. Meanwhile, we've actually got Shen camping here in the top lane, looking to maybe get a taunt onto this Vladimir. And he's being very patient. See if his patience is going to pay off for him. He did get in there invisibly. And Vladimir has pull. Actually gets the taunt down as well. Vlad taking a lot of damage. Flash, Ghost, and pull, and he's going to get away. Morgana is going to get away as well. She didn't even have to flash. So that was a more successful gank on Vladimir in the top lane than it was on Morgana in the mid lane.
Yeah, because Vladimir used both his summoners, and Morgana didn't even have to flash. Bumble just wasn't in position.
Meanwhile, in the bot lane, we're seeing the AD carries trade. Draven actually... Alright, Twitch picks up first blood. I come up with Draven on my screen. And the supports are now dueling. So yeah, Twitch gets the advantage there. Both of them go down, but Twitch was up in CS and is actually sitting on 1,700 gold to Draven's 1,500 gold. So
wait, so Twitch got the first blood?
Yeah, Twitch got the first blood.
Okay, it came up as Draven.
But however, the adoration stacks for Draven meant that the gold was very similar. Nocturne is actually going to get some nice damage onto this Renekton. Morgana coming up just to shield his recall, but that was a nice pickup from Jibbers. He might actually run into the Renekton again. He is going to run into him, but the recall is good. That was very close.
So that was really big because Draven's adoration stacks get halved when he dies, and if he died before he got that kill, then that's half the gold he would have earned, and he's already behind. So that first blood, extra 200 gold.
Twitch is actually stealthed in, getting some nice damage off onto this Draven. Draven is trying to trade back. The expunge has been used, however, and it didn't do as much damage as I expected. Shen's coming down. There is no ward, and it looks like he might be able to get this taunt off. He doesn't actually continue his running down though. All right, he's coming in now. John is there. Gets a tornado off.
Nice
tornado. Taunt hasn't come off. So yeah, really nice tornado. The bubble is good, however. They're actually taunting purple under turret, and the expunge picks him up. Wow, nicely played.
So much damage.
Yeah, he had enough stacks of the poison to fire that expunge and get the kill. Well played.
So we see a big CS advantage for Twitch at this point, on top of that Draven.
Yeah, 17 up is nothing to joke about, really.
Yeah, especially because it's Draven.
Yeah, in terms of gold, Twitch has about 700 gold over Draven, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it is at this point in the game. It's the start of an advantage that you can snowball. You know,
yeah, Draven is an early to mid game champion. He really needs to get that snowball going from early game to be able to dominate his lane. And right now, it just hasn't worked out for him.
Alright, but we have seen Nocturne just hit 6. Shen has hit 6 as well, so I wouldn't be surprised if we did see those global ultimates coming out. And Nocturne has just walked past a ward, however. Nice ward placement by Nami, spotting that. He is coming down. Twitch should know about it because of that ward. He is going to get... So he has been spotted. It'll be interesting to see if he tries and makes something happen anyway. Shen's probably very ready to hit that Stand United on the bot lane. And wow, the pink wards both go down for both teams in that bot bush. They're going to be unhappy about that. And Nocturne Paranoia is good. The Twitch has already flashed. He has already gone invisible. Has been revealed, however. Stand United comes out. Spray and Pray is good as well. Taunt goes out onto the Draven, taking so much damage. Expunge is good as well. Twitch has been flashed on by Jibbers. Jibbers goes down to Twitch's again. Double kill in favor of Twitch. And Morgana is here, trying to kill the purple. Hasn't used his ultimate just yet. Is trying to just beat him down manually. And does do that, so he has saved his ultimate. So that was 3-1 in favor of VGR.
So VGN couldn't quite kill that Twitch fast enough, so he got 2 extra spray and pray shots on 3 people. And that is a lot of damage, and 3 stacks on everyone. So when he hit that expunge, lots of damage.
HP
also VGR,
yeah.
VGR gets to take the opponent's blue buff. Which, for Oriana, who likes to spam spells.
They did take it away, but it went on to the Nami.
Yeah.
So, better than the Oriana having it, but not as good as the Morgana having it, really.
Flash being forced by Morgana.
Yeah, that was a nice roam up onto the Oriana. Surprisingly though, she had a ward there, so she should have known that was coming.
Yeah.
Reacted a little bit too late, unfortunately. Alright, so Draven has just gone back to CSing in the spot lane. Twitch is recalling. Has picked up a Blade of the Ruined King already. Now that is terrifying.
9 minutes.
He's going to really be able to snowball his advantage onto this Draven. If there's not a pink ward, he's probably going to be able to stealth up and pretty much just 1v1 this Draven with no trouble at all.
Yeah, he's up roughly 25 CS.
That's a big lead for this point in the game. So Renekton's got a CS lead on top of the Vladimir as well. The Vlad has been doing pretty well. Wow, he actually goes out with his Hemo Plague, getting some nice damage off, just pushing this Renekton out. Renekton does have his Dominus, his ultimate, so he can use that to bring his HP back up. And it looks like he has used it. Is going in on the Vladimir, getting some nice damage down. He does have Ignite, doesn't choose to use it though. So it's more of a I want to stay in lane ability. And Nocturne is roaming up and there is no wards to spot him. So it looks like Nocturne is going to be able to come in. Meanwhile, in the bot lane,
dies.
Yeah, Twitch might even be able to pick up another kill here. The bubble is good, and Twitch is soloing the Draven. And the Twitch does go down. Shutdown goes down. So Vlad actually died in the top lane. I'm not sure how that happened, but Adept is running away on no HP at all. Jibbers is going after the Renekton with a vengeance. Renekton's praying in all chat. Is it going to be enough? Oh my god, and it gets executed. Well played by Adept.
So that was really greedy by VGN. All they really needed to do was let Vladimir go back, have Nocturne cover the lane so Vladimir could buy a Hex tick. And after he got the Hex tick, he would be able to just sustain the lane for a long time.
Yeah, unfortunately it looked like Vladimir tried to bait, and Renekton just picked up the kill with Ignite, and Nocturne wasn't able to close the distance to pick up the Renekton, and Renekton did successfully execute. Alright, so we've seen VGR pull ahead a little bit again. They're up 2,500 gold, which is quite a nice lead for this point in the game. We're only 12 minutes in. And they're looking strong to go into this mid game. Alright, so Nocturne Paranoia has come back up. Stand United is back up again. They have very similar cooldowns, 200 seconds to 160 seconds. So I wouldn't be surprised if next time we saw Paranoia, we see Stand United. And RKL is actually going on to Bun Bun in this mid lane. Ignite does go down. Bun Bun doesn't have a shield up. Nice ult from Morgana, just picking up that 1v1 kill in the mid lane.
Yeah, that was just Bun Bun getting outplayed. That's all I can say. He just got a bit outplayed.
Wow, nice bubble onto Draven in the bot lane. Expunge comes out and they pick up another kill. Shin has you Stand United. Gets a nice taunt on the Janna. But Twitch to get a double kill. And VGN can do no wrong this game. Well played. And Twitch just extends his lead, really. 85 CS to 48. He has 5.7 thousand gold to 3,400. So Twitch, the richest member of this game by a long margin. Over 2,000 gold on every single member. And
Those
Dragon,
8 kills.
Yeah, 8 kills at this point in the game is just too much. And Dragon is going to go down as well. A nice ultimate from Draven, nearly picking it up. Unfortunately for him, Crunch on Shen did have Smite and successfully smites that away. A little bit close though, very nicely timed by Draven.
So Twitch actually has all the deaths on VGR. Which,
yeah, he does. There's one sitting on the Renekton, but that wasn't Execute, so
Execute,
doesn't really count. So he is doing well though, and Twitch is actually ambushing again, gets the Tidecaller's Blessing, gets some really nice damage off of the Draven. The bubble's good again. Is he going to go for it? It doesn't look like it. But in one combo, he almost brought Apexis down to, a quarter HP. That's just terrifying. Nocturne is here though. He was pinged out. I'm not sure what saw him. It looks like he might be firing that Paranoia next time Twitch tries to trade.
And Bumbutt's getting ulted at mid, and the leash still stays.
And it looks like RKL is just going to manually beat him down again. Gets a nice 2-minute solo off for the Execute.
So Shen Stand United is actually on cooldown right now.
But he is roaming down. He's got a spidey sense about this kind of thing. He might be here to counter gank. And they don't have vision of him either, so this could be really unfortunate. Nocturne's actually walking away though. It doesn't look like he's going to make anything happen. He actually spots the Morgana, Might be able to spell shield if the Dark Binding does come out though. And Morgana's actually in trouble here. The pause has come out, however.
And I am on the worst camera spot possible.
That's alright. Oh, we're actually seeing an unpause straight away, so we're gonna get straight back into it.
Nice.
So Morgana has been fed. Black Shield did go out into Shen. RKL taking quite a bit of damage. Paranoia comes out as well. Nocturne uses Paranoia on the Morgana and gets the shutdown. 432 gold bounty. Nocturne taking a lot of damage though. Twitch has arrived. Shen actually picks up the kill on the Nocturne.
So huge.
Yeah. Twitch's presence, man, wow. Just turned that fight on its head instantly. Orianna was dead while that fight happened, so she wasn't there with that command shockwave to make things happen. Meanwhile, in the top lane, we actually see Renekton go into dominance, going after this Vladimir. Vladimir trying to kite away, doesn't have flash, doesn't have pull, doesn't have ghost, and does go down. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, Twitch has picked up another kill on this Janna. Huge damage coming out. Has actually used Blade of the Ruin King to chase that one up as well. The behind the turret, and Orianna is chasing, but not much they can do at this point to answer this ridiculously fed Twitch. And Twitch is recalling with 2,100 gold, so he's going to be able to go back and get some nice items.
Yeah, I mean, like, this Morgana is definitely just outplaying, like, out-pressuring the Orianna. Like, they have roughly the same CS, but Morgana seems like she's done a lot more.
Yeah, I agree with you. RKL is a challenger, very, very experienced in the mid lane, and as you said, Bun Bun's comfort hero is Zed, and that was banned out. So it's comfort hero against maybe one that Bun Bun isn't as comfortable on. And it definitely doesn't discredit his Orianna play, because he has been CSing very well. Just RKL definitely showing off his experience here.
Yeah, RKL is a very, he's a really good player. I didn't expect Vladimir to get 1v1'd, but he had no summoners.
And he tried to all in with Hemoplague and it just wasn't enough, and Renekton pretty much just rotored out. He does have a Hex Drinker, so Hex Drinker is going to be really helpful when Blood does try to burst him down. Renekton's going to be very difficult to manage at this point of the game. Renekton's actually bot lane. Stan United does come out. Renekton just looks like he's going to walk away though, just special Shen delivery.
Yeah, and he has boots of swiftness.
He's got boost of swiftness with Elasticity as well, so extra movement speed on them. Getting so much damage onto this Draven. Morgana actually flashes, trying to get a Dark Binding and Tormented Soil. Misses, however. That would have been a kill on Draven if it landed, though.
Definitely. And he's getting the boots of swiftness because of all the slows on VGN. I mean, like, Janna has the slow, Draven has a slow, Orianna has a slow, Vladimir has a slow. That's actually a really good buy. I agree with that buy because when he's at top lane, the only way Vlad's getting out is if he pulls after
using his
he uses his dashes. Yeah. And the pull slows you, so if he's able to mitigate some of that slow, that is huge.
So, Paranoia actually comes out, goes onto the Twitch. Orianna and Twitch get the shutdown. Orianna and Nocturne get the shutdown. 432 gold has been picked up, and Orianna's gonna be pretty happy about that. She needs that gold.
Yeah, because Orianna decided to go for an Athene's Unholy Grail. A lot of mid laners actually right now they skip the Grail to go for more AP. And they go for like a tier.
So Orianna actually picked up another kill there on the Morgana, so she's gonna be happy about that. Unfortunately for VGN, Vladimir did go down, and the turret did go down in the top lane to Renekton and Shen. So a lot of kills happening at different times on the map, but it looked to be in VGN's favor. Those last couple of trades were really good. Picking up the Twitch, picking up the Morgana is definitely good for them at this point in the game. Nami actually 1v1ing the jungle in the bot lane. Nami's so strong.
Needs nerf.
Needs nerf, man. Alright, Draven has arrived. Nami might have overstayed her welcome. Tidal Wave does go out. Draven actually misses his stand aside, so that's unfortunate, because he could have maybe picked up a kill there on the Nami. Nami being very brave. Twitch might actually try to get an ambush kill here. Oh no. As I say that, he comes out of the bush and goes straight for the creeps.
So Twitch bought a static Shiv.
That's going to help with his initial burst. So as he arrives, his first attack, plus his
It's
bulk.
gonna be huge.
There's going to be a big power spike right there.
And I think his spray and pray, the more targets he hits, the more stacks he gets.
Yeah, it does. It does work like that. So, the binding is actually good on Orianna in the mid lane. Twitch comes in, picks up the kill with that static shiv and the Blade of the Ruined King damage spike we were talking about. However, it looks like everyone's trying to collapse on them. Getting some nice damage down. Purple does get a slow off with the Zephyr. Takes so much damage from the Twitch though, he overextended quite a bit. Morgana does pick up the kill on Purple's Janna. And people are chasing after this blood and this Nocturne. Shen's taunt is up in 2 seconds and they might make something happen. And Renekton has fired his ult. It looks like we're going to be seeing a tower dive here. Flash taunt does come out. The Nocturne has been taunted, but Shen is all alone going after it. Renekton is in the middle of VGN's base, getting onto this Draven. Is going after this Vladimir as well.
And I heard a Yumu's Ghostblade.
Oh my god. Yeah, the Renekton has a Yumi's Ghostblade. And it looks like Twitch might go down here. Twitch does go down, but picks up a kill for it. I'm going to say he thinks it was worth it. And there was a lot of members of VGN dying
That was
under the turret as well.
huge dive.
So Renekton fired that Dominus and just went for the dive, and he had the follow-up, and his team was there to back him up, and that was really well played.
Yeah, that was actually a series of lots of small skirmishes, so Orianna ulti couldn't actually be utilized to its fullest potential. Because the teamfight was everywhere, like, it wasn't in one specific location.
Yeah, and it was a roaming teamfight as well. It started nearly beside the blue buff, and it progressed like right up into the middle of VGN's base. Very hard for Orianna to find a time then to use her ultimate. And blue buff was actually stolen away, so Orianna's going to be really sour about that. Shen's been really on point with these timers. And pings have been going down onto Dragon. Dragon is up, but it doesn't look like VGR are going to try taking this in the moment. So Renekton does have a Youmuru's Ghostblade. How do you feel about that?
I think it's just a troll fun item to build right now.
Yeah, I agree with you.
It's got a lot of armor pen though.
It does, and the active is pretty cool, considering it gives you move speed. And he already has 419 move speed just because of those boots of swiftness with the Velocity enchantment. Oh, is it actually Alacrity? I think I've been saying that wrong. Yeah, sorry. So Draven and Renekton in this top lane. I'd be very worried if I was the Draven. I feel like the Renekton can all in him very easily with that Dominus, and it is up. So,
yeah, right now, like, Draven just isn't strong enough.
No, he's not. He got punished so hard by this Twitch. Twitch and Nami doing so much work in that bot lane. And Renekton actually finds Draven recalling. Draven just backs out though. 3 members of VGN have come after this Renekton. Unfortunately, he just fires his Youmuru's Ghostblade and just walks away.
Runs out.
Yep. Nice play. We've got Twitch and Nami split pushing in this bot lane. And I don't think there's an answer at the moment for Twitch unless there's a Orianna ball on top of the Nocturne as he does his Paranoia. I feel like if he positions correctly, he's just going to be unstoppable. And he is sieging this turret.
Yeah, there's no real, like, counter play or answer right now. When a Twitch is 10-5, you have to kill him. However, there's also a kind of squishy but more damage Renekton. And a really big Morgana as well. And rip Perkle. So Vladimir actually tries to all in him, or just ulti to get him off turret.
And he just doesn't even look at him. He hasn't even used his Dominus yet. So Vlad looks like he's going to chase for it. Dominus does come up. Stand United comes up as well. And it looks like a Dempt is going to go in. The taunt does come up from Shen. However, Vladimir with Ghost is very quick. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, picks up the Orianna, picks up the Janna. This Twitch hella strong. Gets the attack speed boost from his ambush, and they're going to siege this tower successfully. And we're seeing VGR just pull ahead immensely. And I feel like they're really snowballing off this bot lane. Both Nami and Twitch have just been so effective this game. Winning almost all the trades they've been in, turning all the team fights they've been in, and they've been very effective picks.
Yeah, I mean, definitely shout out to Twitch. Shout out to Lawrence. Good job.
Yeah, very good job.
Carrying Wolf since 1998.
Alright, so we saw that Renekton actually stole red buff away as well. So, wow, meanwhile in the mid lane,
Yeah, meanwhile
huge
in bottom
ultimate
lane,
coming out.
which is Wow, Twitch and Morgana, just so much AoE teamfight damage at this point.
They picked up those 3 kills, and they didn't even lose 100 health between them. That is a gigantic Twitch and Morgana. They're actually going after Vladimir as well. Vlad doesn't have pull. Oh, sorry, he uses pull. I was checking the cooldowns. And it looks like mid turret is going to go down as well. Bottom inhib was taken in that last exchange, and VGN's base is just being crushed at the moment. And I feel like at this point in the game, with the advantages that VGR have, there's very little that they can do to bring this game back. And
So at this point, it's kind of game over. Twitch is so big.
So Spray and Pray does come out. Twitch is actually going to probably go down here. A little bit too aggressive. Sticks around when none of his team was there. And Draven picks up the 500 gold bounty.
Lawrence with the throws.
So that's at least 30 seconds longer that VGN will be in this game. Twitch has to respawn and then we'll see what happens. Wow, Renekton's actually going in 1v3 at the moment. Gets some nice damage down. The fair tether is good. It's going after Vladimir at the moment. Vlad has...
Oh, he got 3 crits.
Nice Storm Shield coming out from the Janna, saving the Vladimir. Shin actually picks up the Draven. I can't believe the damage that this Renekton is doing. Nocturne finally picks up the kill on the Renekton. Is trying to get the Shen as well. Exhaust did go down to the Shen, but Shen looks like he 1v1 the Nocturne at this point in time. The next Vorpal Blades is going to pick him up. Flashes to get the Vorpal Blades, does pick up the kill. Vlad comes in with Hemoplague though, and it's going to be able to pick up the kill on Shen. So that was a really dirty trade. Renekton was just so big there.
Yeah, Renekton is beyond control at this point. Like, there's not much VGN can actually do against Renekton. Like, they need to focus.
Yeah, there's so little they can do against so many members of this team.
Yeah.
The Morgana has already got Zhonya's Hourglass. Twitch has got, like, Infinity Edge, Blade of the Ruined King, and Static Shiv. 3 core items at this point in the game. Yeah, they're gonna have a hard time.
Yeah, they need to focus Twitch, but at the same time, if you leave the Renekton to just do damage and, like, have his ultimate on, like, your whole team, that's not gonna work either, so...
No, it's not. So, 2 inhibitors are down. They might try siege the 3rd turret and inhibitor, or they might just push in to get the Nexus. I feel like they're going to do the latter. And Twitch comes out of nowhere, gets some nice damage onto the Draven. However, Draven's actually trading back pretty well. Twitch only has 139 HP, does go down to the Nocturne. Morgana's ult does come out. The Shackles are good. Pick up a kill on the Nocturne as well. Vlad trying to trade back. Renekton hasn't even entered the fight yet. Renekton arrives and the first Nexus turret does go down. Vlad has pull, but Renekton comes in with Dominus, getting so much damage down on Orianna. Goes under the fountain for a little bit as well, but survives that damage. Ignite went down on the Renekton as well. Shin taunts Vladimir. Renekton comes in and picks up that kill, and the last Nexus turret is going to go down, and we're probably going to see the Nexus and GG here as well. This was a huge game for VGR.
Yeah.
All their lanes seem to do very well.
2-0.
Yeah, so Shen actually picks up a kill on Draven. Shen's got a lot of HP at the moment, which means he's got a lot of damage in his key burst. It doesn't look like the Nexus is going to go down this wave though. Twitch is coming back, but Morgana is going to get away, I feel. That Black Shield is doing so much work. Nice Randall as Omen popped, but the GG... Wow, the Super Minions got it? Got it?
I think so. Good game. 2-0 to VGR over VGN.
Well played. And I'm just going to check if they're going to play one more game or if that's going to be the end of the night.